am I framed in this thing?
Yeah, well, yeah, a little bit over here. Oh, yeah. Now,
We're about to start, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know. Rob is getting to get ready, and the who's after Rob on the thing? Who's after Rob? Buford? Who's after Rob?
yeah, great pot.
Great comment. Okay. Come gather round, friends, and I'll tell you a tale. When the red iron ore pits, they run plenty, but the cardboard filled windows and old men on the benches tell you now that the whole town is empty. On the north end of town, my own children are grown. Well, I was raised on the other. In the wee hours of youth, my mother took sick, and I was raised up by my brother. That's a Bob Dylan song. I thought I'd bring that in there to get everybody's attention. I love that song. My favorite lyric to that song goes like this. They complain in the East that they paying too high. They say that your ore ain't worth digging. Said it's much cheaper down in the South American town, where the miners work almost for nothing. All right, there we go. Rob, you're on. Give him a round. And we're trying to go 4 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to beep it at 4, just so you know, because we want to get everybody on. 1, 2, 3, ho! Oh, hold on. Are you doing something in an ensemble?
Oui.
Okay, well, I got to reframe your vocal elucidation. All right. So I'm going to start. Are you ready? Okay, I need to know if you're ready. I got to start the clock.
Tell to Rob he's in charge.
Rob? Okay.
You gotta do.
Okay. Yes? Oh, yeah. Okay. Go.
All right, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you, and I want to thank the members of the Sacred Groundlings Theater Company for joining me in this. This piece is called Shaken Baby. A couple enters a doctor's office. Mr. and Mrs. Twixt, have a seat, have a seat.
Thank you, doctor. My husband and I would like to discuss getting an abortion.
Yes, I see. I didn't even know that you were, well, 3 children, 3 children is enough then.
Oh, more than enough, Doc. More than enough.
Indeed, indeed. Well, perhaps this is the year for that vasectomy or tubal ligation?
Well, that might be a little extreme, but we'll consider it.
Yeah, well, I take it you're within the first trimester?
Oh, no, Dr. Flipner. You misunderstood. I'm not pregnant.
Oh, pregnant? That's a good one.
I'm sorry, I don't...
No, it's Travis Jr. We want to abort.
What? You mean...
Travis. We'd like to abort him. I mean, how complicated can that be?
But, Travis is 4 years old.
Almost 5. That's why we want to do it now, before kindergarten starts.
But, you can't.
No, we know. It's unusual. I'm sure the paperwork is ridiculous. But, we've been thinking about this for over a year. I mean, no snap decisions here. We've talked about it with the family, the other kids especially. Everyone agrees. Yep. Travis is just, well, you've met him, Doc. We don't have to tell you.
And just between us, we're not heartless. But honestly, we've soft-soaked this more undesirable characters in our conferences with you. We thought he would grow out of it, like you told us, but he's not.
Been over 4 years, Doc. This ain't no phase.
Look, Mr. and Mrs. Twixt, you can't abort a 4-year-old. You just can't.
Oh, dear.
What? Oh, you can't talk about it? If you can't talk about it here, just wink. Do you have to refer us to someone?
No. Listen to me, Mr. and Mrs. Twixt. I don't know where you got this idea, but I want to be absolutely clear on this. You cannot abort a 4-year-old. Not here, not anywhere, not anytime, any place, absolutely nowhere. No.
So are you saying no?
Yes, I am saying no. Absolutely no. I think you should go home and we'll just forget this conversation ever took place.
Well, thank you, Doctor. We didn't mean to upset you. It's just, well, you know Travis.
Yes.
And before we go, Dr. Flipner, can you tell us what you know about something called shaken baby syndrome?
Oh boy.
End scene.
What was your last word?
Shaken baby
The
syndrome.
very last word. Unseen.
Syndrome.
And scene. No, and scene. Meaning the end of the scene.
Scene. Thank you so much.
And there's the next, Greg Pond. And then after Greg, we have Alan Harris on the. Well, come on back up for the on deck. We got.
Hey, it's Greg Pond.
Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. All right.
Turn up the amplifier. Turn up the amplifier.
Oh, start.
This is entitled Quadrennial Candidates. Quadrennial Candidates every 4 years. Several Democratic candidates with visions of a presidential win went to Harlem not too long ago to woo the black community and to kiss Pope Al Sharpton's ring. They all know they have zero hope of securing the nomination and toppling the status quo unless they venture to 125th Street, do a Baptist church meet and greet as they seek the necessary black vote. Well, why do they only show once every 4? They make their sales pitch, promise like Jesus to feed the poor, using 1 bread and 1 fish, followed by requisite prayer and wish. Then with 1 foot out the door, they're off in quest of the next endorsement. And you don't see them anymore. Until it's time for another 4. Kaleidoscope. Looking through the kaleidoscope of life, I see bits of my reflection in each multicolored section, asking the same old questions. Who are you? Where are you headed? And why? But then there are times when I'm too easily bruised by the blues. My lens shifts a bit out of focus and my vision gets compromised. Those are the times when I look deep in the mirror's eyes. All I find is an empty sheet of black. And when I see nothing looking at me, then I look nothing back. And I'm gonna dedicate this one to Sally. This is one of her favorites of mine. And this is Boy Next Door. Upstairs, stashed away, out of sight and hearing range. No one asks anymore about the boy next door, who acts too strange to be public shown. Whereabouts vaguely explained. Reclusive 6, 2 parents, 4 kids, including Mr. Family Shame. Silently hidden and tucked well out of harm's way. Backroom ruckus and fray, middle of the night screaming and enraged, disrupts the whole household, 'cause no one warms the door except for hot meals or exchange clean clothes for worn. Sometimes locked away. Grown so strong and wild, single latch ripped off, mad dash to front door. brushed the embarrassment away, easier to do than say, brought to the holiday table at guarded risk. 1 hour later, untouched dinner plate, non-stop fork tap, barely eaten chocolate cake. Thick in dread disarray, hair of woolly lint covers barely a hint of understanding displayed. Family in denial, minimizing, oh, he's just a little touched, he's not really crazed. Unkempt, disconnected, and dazed, stays out of sight and hearing range. No one asks anymore about the boy next door, no longer public shown, since he started acting strange. Thank you.
Good comment, thank you. Alan Harris, and then Mose, come to the on-deck chair. This is Alan Harris, by the way, in case you didn't know. There we go.
Be as happy as a puppy with 2 peckers. Be as crazy as a room full of cat ladies. Turn down that offer to become sound man for a mime troupe. Ponder the irony of the fact that people take Labor Day off from work. Throughout your day, push as few buttons as possible. If you're a Republican, don't bother trying to smile because it won't look natural. Stop telling people to have a nice day. You'll be amazed at how much time that will free up. Communicate with others entirely through texting because it makes lying easier. Spend as much time as possible with your imaginary friend with benefits. Be bright enough to know the difference between stupid and ignorant. Be the kind of vegetarian who makes exceptions for fish, chicken, pork, and red meat that comes from cows who died of natural causes. Never trust magnets. Try not to hate your cuticles. Try not to let inanimate objects embarrass you. Have a coroner on speed dial. Keep reminding yourself that politeness is a form of insanity. Avoid edgy cuddling and paranoid kissing. Bathe often in logical daylight. Be the enemy of essential worthlessness and aggressive pointlessness. Don't be allergic to confidence. Don't be reality phobic. Don't have a dreamless life. Don't die angry. This piece wrote itself. It got tired of waiting for me to write it, so it wrote itself. I would have written it, but I'm suffering from a bit of writer's block, so this piece took matters into its own hands and wrote itself. It just couldn't wait anymore. It needed to be written. It had something to say, something so important that it could no longer wait for me to work out whatever stupid and trivial 21st century first world problems I was grappling with. It knew that if it waited for me to write it, it might never get written. And then the world would be denied its keen insight, its trenchant analysis, its unraveling of the mysteries of the human condition. It felt that it might provide a much needed, large-scale emotional and intellectual catharsis, that it might bestow enlightenment where once there was ignorance, that it might contribute to the healing of the spirit of planet Earth, that it might somehow help to bring about a revolution of thought and action, the likes of which the world has never seen. But it couldn't do any of these things if it was sitting around waiting for me to get my fucking shit together. So this piece wrote itself. Thank you. I just want to say, I have an announcement to make. I am going to be doing a show at the Marsh Theater in March 9th. The dates are March 9th and 16th. And I'll have like flyers or something at some point, I guess, to hand out. But I just want information is coming, and so just keep those dates open. Remember me for all of your theater-going needs.
What
yes.
day of the week is that?
Monday Night March?
Yes, exactly. Monday Night March, right?
You gotta go.
I gotta move on. I know. That's it. Thank you.
What?
my band.
Okay.
I'm
All
looking for my
right. And
band.
Mrs. Mose, give him a round. Who's after Mose?
Jimmy.
Jimmy, come on up. Is it? No, on deck chair. Now on deck. That chair. You're next. Together. All right, ready? We gotta go.
Are we ready to go? All right.
Here we go.
Announcements. Boy, do we have announcements? Guess what? Another spoken word evening. Yes. Guess who's a host? Yes. Mose. Guess where? At the Laundry at 26th and Mission. All right. Coming in March. The name of the spoken word format for me is going to be Dirty Minds, Open Hearts. All right. We're moving. Okay, then my song. We're just gonna do my song.
All right, there you go.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna channel Townes Van Zandt, and I hope you know who he is. He wrote, Lefty, and then Willie took it all the way, This is called Ask. I don't know which road to take. I made far too many mistakes. My heart weighs a ton. When you left, I was left undone. I blame everyone and no one. I tell myself again, all I have to do is ask for what I want. All I have to do is ask for what I want. She left with my heart broken. I wanted to leave this town, but my old Ford had other plans. That old piece of junk had let me down. The truck made its way to Clovis, where I met a man who helped me forget. I gave him what he wanted, and no, I don't have any regrets. I blame everyone and no one. I tell myself I can't. All I have to do is ask for what I want. All I have to do is ask for what I want. You first appeared in a dream. You said magic was your name. You said you wanted to love me. My heart knows nothing but about mistakes. I would do everything, but you were just a grifter. You played hide and seek. San Francisco was once a friend. Now my memories of you make the streets too bleak. I blame everyone and no one. I tell myself again, all I have to do is ask for what I want. All I have to do is ask for what I want. After all this, do I ask for what I want? I smile and drink my whiskey, and I reply, I'm just too busy. I blame everyone and no one. I tell myself again, all I have to do is ask for what I want. All I have to do is ask for what I want.
Thank you. Hello. Are you going to pass those out?
No,
You'll let us know more.
maybe.
All right. And now Jimmy, and then who's after Jimmy?
David E.
David E. Why don't you get on the thingy there? Jimmy, we're trying to.
Something like that.
There you go. Jimmy?
Okay, look.
All right. Okay. Jimmy Mankind, give him a round, and then we got David E., our mini of the evening. As I'm telling people, try to go under 4. Most of the people have been doing that very well, so I appreciate that. So we get everybody on. That's the only thing I care about right now. Go.
System is a problem. We could have it all, but we can never get enough. We clothed ourselves with the pelts of torture, The warmer we made our bodies, the colder we became inside. We always took no for an answer from corporate rat systems that could not say yes. They are like doctors in the death camps, saving the babies only for them to be executed later. Humans have become the canaries in their own clean coal mine. We have run out of songbirds long ago. The ultras are the evildoers, and they know it, but they do it anyway. Thus, we know they're truly criminal. Some hope to do good someday soon after doing evil just a little bit longer. That's so profitable that everyone else except us useless eaters do it with them. They have to keep it up, so they believe their own lies, illusions, myths. It was worth it, they all say. Those words become their mantra, or already were. The TLC of torture, the sanctity of war, patriotism, American interests, and the godlike redemption of the money myth. We are nothing but a big fat banana republic with a more sophisticated style of corruption. We make nothing for ourselves. Our money is an illusion, and our money is the God of all things. Our dead zones define the oceans, kill our soil, and fill our brains. Fields of crass will kill you down the road by the milk from cows that chew those poison lawns. Cows produce the same strontium-90 milk that flows from human breasts. Arugula is the new Geiger counter. A class war takes up our attention, but it's not as advertised. Right and left have merged in an attack. In medieval memoriam, promulgated by the undead past upon the unborn future. If we can imagine heaven, why don't we imagine it here on earth where we can use it? Not one you have to die for, but one you really simply enter at your birth. We are mosh pit bulls dancing on our crypts, as if celebrating the disinheritance of the meek. You cannot work for change within the system when the system is the problem. We are dancing on our tomb. We could have had it all, but we could never get enough. We coated ourselves with the pelts of torture. The warmer we made our bodies, the colder we became inside. We are like doctors in the death camps, saving the babies only for them to be executed later. We have run out of songbirds long ago. Arugula is the new Geiger counter. In the end, Fukushima is capital's only lover. Itself kicked down to the foot of the bed. Its only job now as foot warmer. It's time to restart, reboot, reset, reload, because the system is the problem.
All right. So he's our mini for the evening, and I appreciate the fact that people are beginning to go shorter. We're trying to stay under 4, better, more the better, because I think the math shows if we stay around 3.5, we should be able to